Hopefully this custom comes out just as good as previous ones. You know, this goes down in a few short seconds. We'll begin the next also exciting LEGO custom. Okay, hey guys, welcome to LEGO DC Superprints custom builds, and here again another all 6 on LEGO custom, and today we're doing all the customs LEGO DC Superprints custom builds. Is none, of course, than the Mandarin / Gene Khan from Iron Man Armored Adventures. Probably the best incarnation of the Mandarin we got. Probably better. I think this version is probably better than the comics. It seems more developed. But I haven't read the comics much about the Mandarin. I think it's a well-developed character. So inside we go. Say goodbye to Race. We'll keep start, and we will start off with doing Gene, and I'll get to the Mandarin's armor itself. And afterwards, I'm going to take a nap. As you can tell, I'm tired. But yeah, so we'll start with the design for Gene, and then I'll get to the chat. So what we got for this one, then? I have an idea in mind. Yeah, it's what I expected it to be. So scroll onto the hair, slicked back, and black for the hair. The head is a 16 because he's a teenage for most of these characters. Custom at 16. He's got, I want to say, it's not. Yeah, I think it's younger with human skin, the average human skin for this one. And he's got like these light green glasses. They kind of look like, I was going to say they were like the flagman ones, but they're not. The retro sunglasses. Do we have any options on the lenses? Glasses 02. Sort of green. Stupid control stick. So that's fine so far. I'll go glasses 02 there. And eyebrows are black. Then the arms. Black for his jumper. The black. The hands are exposed, human skin. Torso is a jumper all the way up to the neck. Ugh. Blank, black. No, it's like a Chinese Avalon dragon on there. But since we can't do dragons, we'll go with like a Flash logo on there instead. So Kid Flash, and that'll be yellow. Hip piece, he's got yellow pants. So Trickster. And then the leg section, animated series. Joker legs, yellow. Oh yeah, that's how it is. He also has some straps on, but that's not really important. I think that might be part of his backpack. Black hearts, standard health. voice to target, actually a bit younger than that, voice for target module styles, basic speed, animation. He does have, I'll say, a cool character. Abilities: tap square for the fighting, hold square for the lunge attack. That's a 2. Tap circle is detective mode for his connection to ancient history. Then you've got a destroy mode number 2. X button for a single jump. Technology access. Well, he is connected to the criminal organization, but I wouldn't say full-on technology access. No, I'll take a pass on that. That's why he needs Stark's help, because he knows about the technology and stuff. So wall climbing, scroll on down. We got X-ray vision goggles. I can buy that for spying on Stark. Tracking, illumination, stealth, and graffiti. There we go. We'll be doing all the other crazy abilities for him when he's the Mandarin. Basic information: he is a neutral character. Won't do any of these guys, and there is Gene Khan. So let's see who's in the chat as we go outside and shift the abilities. Until Paul there. The chat's already spiked. Can you make Darth Maul and Count Dooku from Star Wars? So what are your thoughts on the Iron Man Armored Avengers? I like the cartoon. I actually grew up with it. Can you make Ivior from Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Can you make Death's Trooper from Rogue One? Would you be considering making Blizzard from Iron Man Armored Adventures? I'll be doing those requests when I get to them. Now yeah, that's up to date with the chat. So outside we go, and we will be going on to do the Mandarin. And now I know, you could say, who is really the Mandarin is the question. Like, was Gene really? Well, because like he stole his grandfather's persona and became the new Mandarin, but technically he was his step-grandfather or stepfather. I think it was stepfather. So technically the Mandarin powers wasn't technically his. It was Gene's his, who was birthright, something like that. Tap square for the fighting, hold square for the lunge attack, tap circle is the detective mode, hold circle is charge and action, and then you've got the barrel jump to go with. But now it's time to do the Mandarin, who's basically a Darth Vader / Shredder type character when it comes to the design. No, I'm not really into this. It kind of looks like it's like Star Wars Call of Duty games, and I'm not really into the big first-person shooters. I know there's like lightsabers and stuff kind of thing. Actually, it was the stepfather, not a grandfather, who was the original Mandarin in the show. I forgot which one it was, but he looks so old. He could be confused for a grandfather, but it has to be a stepfather, because I know in the show, like, oh, it's mine by birthright, so therefore his relative who he has a thing against must be not related to him by blood. I'm sorry for asking, and I had to leave off a second. It's fine. But now it's time to do the Mandarin himself. I honestly think Gene was more of the Mandarin than his stepfather was, because he didn't get much time to do anything. And I think after season 1 he's never even mentioned again anyway. Actually I need to keep that there. Actually I need to change a few things. Let's see. So, powers of the rings. And the Mokulan rings give more than one power sometimes to certain rings. Luckily I have the wiki here for it. Let's scroll to the top. I know the purple ring can grant teleportation, which is the first ring he gets, or he has. Yeah, Padme's already in the list. I saw your request prior. So, tap square, or tap circle I should say. Since it's the most common wrong, you want to put teleportation there. And I will make it purple for the ring. It's actually more of a magenta purple. Going to the and there's a beam attack and stuff. There's so many powers on these rings. Energy manipulation. That's also going with the purple ring. Green ring is enhanced energy blasts. Enhanced. So blue. Alright. Let's try a beam of energy. Number 4. And that will be blue. That will be a heat beam, but I might need to change it to an ice or fire beam because I know the Mandarin can control fire and ice as well. So I'm going to make it a heat. It's already a heat beam, it's already blue, so it kind of goes with that approach. And that's the case. I'm actually going to go to effects then. Let's see. Come on. Go to appearance, scroll onto the effects, and make them blue for the impacts there. Jump slam effect, style free, and that's blue for the energy power of the ring there. Speaking of the ring, I need to add the ring. So going to weapons, scrolling down to rings, and I would imagine, I think the rings are gold, so a yellow lantern ring makes the most sense out of it. And that also gives him the power of the telekinesis thing there with the lantern abilities, kind of makes sense. Blue ring, like I said, got that done. Blue ring, I said green ring can do the energy blasts. So blue ring is water. There's also another ring for ice, I think it's the orange one. No, it's the yellow one. See, it was really Obadiah Stane who was the main attack season 1. Yeah, to be fair, but I think over the entire series, I think Gene was. Can you make Emperor Palpatine from Rise of Skywalker? Was there really much of a difference? Did you think it was interesting in Iron Man Armored Adventures they made Madame Mask Obadiah Stane's daughter instead of Count Nefaria? That sounds more interesting. Can you make Captain America and Iron Man in their space and scuba suits from Lego Marvel's Avengers? Sure. Let's see. So we're on the blue ring, the power to generate water. That is an ability I can do. Let's see. Beam. I'm gonna do it as like a water effect, but it will. I think I'd rather have the ice beam than the water beam. Looks more cooler. No pun intended. A blue, and that will be. Like, what color was the ice ring? Was like orange, like a. The ice ring was, I believe it was the yellow one. Yeah, ice ring's yellow. Basically, ice and water are not that far off, so based on that, I'm going to switch the color to yellow for the ice. Origin is the right hand there. And then the beam style is an ice beam. Like so. I'm just getting all the abilities done before I move on to the actual suit of the Mandarin, if you're wondering. This is enough. There is enough difference. Okay. Did you look up the Scarlet Witch from Captain America and Soldier and Black Queen? Yeah, I'll get there when I get there, if I get there, because there's so many customs, you know. We'll see how it goes. It certainly was interesting how in Armored Adventures they decided to have Tony Stark portrayed as a teenager, which, yeah, I think they wanted to give like a Spider-Man approach to it. For a younger audience. What did I miss? Red ring. Red ring, fire manipulation, cancel that coming. But we've kind of got that with the heat beam thing, so it's not everything that's necessary for that one. So let's see now. orange ability. It's like the reality one, like the reality stone, where it's able to alter matter. So I'm gonna go to. Let's go to telekinesis for that skill set. Telekinesis, an orange color. That can be our alter matter. Acid cloud can produce an acid cloud that is capable of eating through any material, including iron and armor, which is part of the orange ring. Acid. No, that's all. Crimson ring grants the Mandarin enhanced mental power. So that would be the mind control stuff, and red. White ring is wind, which again can go on to the telekinesis. So if you want it either the matter color or the wind color, pick your choice. Super speed, but I wouldn't say he's like as fast as the Flash, so I'm not going to count the super speed. The black ring has the power to enhance the other rings with dark manipulation energy. Unleash something dark energy, basically. Let's see. Going to the effects again. I don't think I'll add it because it doesn't really show the effects that well. The last is the pink ring, which controls life energy. Has the power to creation of light on life, different types of life. Probably like flowers and plants as well, so that's that. That being said, let's finish off the abilities now. So abilities, skill set, scroll up. Acrobat and wall climbing makes sense for the Mandarin. Someone would train all different types of martial arts and stuff like that. Super strength abilities, chlorokinesis, beam deflection, goon command, tracking. Still not 3 shots to go. Stealth. Graffiti is kind of a childish one. That's all that's needed for Mandarin there on his ability, on his skill set, though. Basic information: he is a neutral character. We don't know these guys. And now it's time to do his suit finally, which is an interesting way of going around this. So you want to remove the hairpiece, attach the knight's helmet for his shredder-like helmet piece. He's also got horns going on, but we can't really do that due to limitations. The headpiece, I think I'm going to go custom head 37 for this one. I know there's like some, there are like these eyes, and then there's stuff. There's also got like a grid in there too. Going back to the chat. That's fair. Are you sad that Skywalker Saga is over? Skywalker Saga. Well, as in the sequel, the Disney sequels trilogy. If you're talking about that, not really, because I didn't really pay much attention to that trilogy. It wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, we gave it a chance with the Force Awakens, but after that, when we stopped gathering them. But I will get the other 2 Blu-rays from my mom's collection. Which was a smart move by the show creators? Yeah, I suppose it was. I know how to make a beam come out of the lantern ring. You use a misc item and then make the beam come out of then switch it to the lantern ring that you want. Alright, let's try it then. So according to his, we want to go to a misc, like a fish. It says that you can beam come out of the lantern ring, you misc item, then make the beam come out of that. Okay, make the beam come out of it. Like weapon. And then he will say switch it back to the ring. Switch it back to the ring. My bell. Oh, it worked. Cool. That's impressive. Cheers. Well, I guess we're gonna do this again for the other one, see if it works for the other one. Or maybe it's already done it. Now we gotta do it again, I suppose. I'm just curious, it might alter it. If it does it for only one, then we'll try and put it back. That's one. And the other one. Yep, they're both working. Thanks for the tip, Will. Try and keep that in memory for future use. Would you consider making Living Laser? Sure. And Whiplash, Mr. Fix. Gotcha. Oh wait, that was Christian. Yes, thanks for the help there, Christian. Appreciate it. Yeah, I saw. But yeah, that is sorted. Life energy. Boy, we've got flight to do now. And hyper jump. Almost forgot there. Why does it never count that ability? Alright, let's try and get rid of one. What don't we need? Let's get rid of the acrobatic and wall climbing because they're kind of pointless when you think about it. So we'll throw in ourselves hyper jump. Basic information. Never really done that. Just gonna continue on the design now. The head, custom head. I'm gonna say 37 because it's got that plate in the mouth there. I would like to have some detail in. The whole head is black, the eyes are going to be a bit bigger and wider, so I shadow that white. I mean, the other option is to use the zoom head, but that's kind of got not the type of grey I'm looking for. And I think the eyes might be yellow instead, or a yellow-white colour. I'm not sure which it is. It's actually white, so this is fine. Moving on to the attachment piece. He's got like some shoulder armour going on there. That's also black. And then the arms. Is there some there's not. There is like a dark grey in there. I mean, I'd like to have some other colour besides just full on black. And the hat, that's the Adam Strange arms, black as well for the hands. And the torso, like this military type thing. I also like Mr. Miracle. Yeah, it kind of fits with the gold in there, so kind of fits with the character. And it's not as much gold, but I do. Gold is yellow/gold is also part of the Mandarin's color scheme there, so it kind of fits with the character. Plus, it adds more to him besides just a plain old black piece. And then we've got going on a black hip piece. And the leg section is the Deathstorm legs. Like so. Oh yeah, simple but effective. So we should have everything. Basic information, here we're going to come on out. So let's test out all the abilities. Not bad, all things considering. Let's take a look at the chat once again. It was a magnetic ability. Wait, where am I at? It's the weapon that was me. I found out that making Red Lantern Supergirl. Red Lantern Super. Okay. Is the Sarge Ventress from Star Wars Clone Wars on your list? If not, add her. Also, on your Zebra Batman told a lie. Who is your favorite villain in Iron Man Adventures? It has to be Mandarin, because he's got the most cool stuff to do. There was a magnetic ability, not a sonar ability. I found that out after replaying. I forgot, sorry. Oh, it's fine. Well, magnetic and sonar are not far off. Besides, it'll do. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, as it stands though, I think the Mandarin came out really well for what it had to work with. Tap square for the fighting, of course. You've got hold square for his ice beam. I like this. It actually came out really well. Ice beam. Oh yeah, because Stan's a god. I forgot. Which makes sense. Let's just try it to some one of those like less Mercy Grays for that.
Anyone who thinks I'm just some chauffeur is in for a surprise.
Yep, ice ring from the yellow ring. And then there's that beam energy from the blue ring. He's also got the teleport from the purple ring. Tap skirts the fighting, of course. The flight, the hyper jump. And he's got the effects of it. I thought I had the effects on. Either I turned them off or they went off on this weird glitch. But yeah, I got confused between the two. It's fine. I'm just gonna go in and recheck the effects, and we should be done with the Mandarin. And it came out pretty well, I believe. Well, at least we got those effects on. But yeah, overall I think it came out pretty well. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for the detail there. I know you don't like making YouTubers, but can you make Blitzwinger and Snow? I mean, I know who Blitzwinger is, sure, but I don't know who Sniper or Wolf is. So I do Blitzwinger. It doesn't show the yeah, he's on the liked list, so say anything for that. But yeah, overall I think the Mandarin this is the best version of the Mandarin. If you agree, tell me that in the comments, like I agree with you there. I think this is the best version of the Mandarin. But I think it's better than the comics, obviously better than the MCU version, better than any other version I believe, in my opinion, because he gets the most developed in this version. I believe in the. Let me know in the comics. Is the Mandarin the same guy, Gene Khan? Just like he's like Gene Khan, but I know like in Arm Adventures, like they just younger the characters down a bit, or did they just give Gene Khan is like a new character that they made up, or is it the stepfather in the comics also that guy? And I'm just curious about that. How are you? I had a cookout with my family, that's cool. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Overall, this is my being attempted, and of course, then the Mandarin, I think the best version of them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, that good stuff, hit notification bell, right in the corner down below, and stay tuned for LEGO DC Super and Custom Builds. Reverse plans of other content on my channel. Join us next time as I continue on the Customs LEGO DC Super and Custom Build. The next also exciting LEGO Custom will be... There's a lot of birdies whistling for some reason. It's not even morning. It is Milo Murphy from Milo Murphy's Law. Okay, that's up next. Stay tuned. As for liked characters, I think it's another crazy. It is another Crazy Jane form, so that's up there. Oh, they made it up. Well, it's an improvement, I would say then. But yeah, upcoming Q&A. Also, in case you haven't already, make sure to put your questions in for the upcoming Q&A coming on the end of this month, which is the 31st of May, so stay tuned for that. But that'll be all from me. I'll see you in the next one, where I'll be doing, like I said, Milo Murphy from Milo Murphy's Law. Till next time, like always, peace.